themselves in. I'm not sure if they're totally satisfied, Farouk, with the performance throughout the entire second half. There have been problems on the left-hand side. Mokoena and Modise certainly haven't come into the game as far as I am concerned. And it doesn't mean as if Bidve are going to make a substitution early on in the second half, looking for a bit more firepower in front of goal. And this man who's played at under 20 level, I think even for South Africa, Delon Apollos, will come on for his third appearance as a substitute. He comes from the junior ranks and is a really exciting player. We spoke about Katlego Pule not really coming up with the action on the right-hand side. Jahia not available, but Apollos is coming on to add more firepower for Wits. I think this is a good change.
Well, it's a good change for the young man. It's an opportunity to play against the log leaders. It's going to be a stage for him to perform on, and let's hope he doesn't disappoint.
Little huddle from the Mamelodi Sundowns camp out in the middle of the park is a man who had a couple of opportunities and a man who's made some good saves in the encounter so far. So match referee Victor Klungwani gets us underway for the second half of this encounter. You're at Loftus Versfeld. You're on Superdiski. You look at the bottom of your screen, you'll see the teams of both Mamelodi Sundowns and Bidve, including the substitutes. There's a first touch for Delon Apollos, who pops up on the left-hand side, which will mean that Asiba Langwe will go across onto the right, and he's certainly going to be comfortable out there because he does seem to be a man who can operate on the right foot. So a tactical change here by Roger de Saar. Mamelodi Sundowns defending the northern end of Loftus Versfeld in the second half, playing from left to right. Yes, Mushekwi. Kekana. Little scramble for Munjali, one of two men to have been booked in the match so far. Mabizela was the other. Now Pelembe. Tukwayo gets the better of the Mozambican. To be a little energetic start here from Bidve in the second half. Farouk.
Well, it seems like you know what Roger said to them at halftime is, listen, you almost got back into the game. It took a very good Sunderlands to keep out Wits, and you have all the opportunities to get back in and get a goal in the second half.
I certainly think they showed enough character during the first half to have perhaps even deserved a goal. Look at that lovely little piece of footwork from Delon Apollos. Looks like he might have been given a free roll because there he sets off onto the right-hand side suddenly. Just to be careful not to track into the areas where other players are trying to operate.
Well, you know, it's really exciting to watch a left-footed player. I really take I get a lot of joy when I see a left-footed player because they look so rhythmic in their approach, the way they control the ball, the way they move, and he's that type of player. I can see that.
This is Derek Spencer. The players that have played at Platinum Stars previously. One of them is Mabizela, of course, the captain of the side, and Derek Spencer's there as well. Another man is Masalesa, who came from the Tycoons at a very early age. He's only 19 still. Bidve will be anxious to try and grab a goal sooner rather than later, and then try and apply more pressure to Mamelodi Sundowns in the quest to get some revenge for the defeat that they took on the 13th of September last year. Exactly 6 months ago since these two teams last met. Down goes Clayton Daniels.
Well, they both went up for that ball, and Vilakazi, just a little bit of force, didn't you know, really use his elbow, and Daniels caught the brunt of that aerial combat.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think just in the latter stages there was just a little elbow that was thrust out. Mushekwi kind of forced the issue once again. Masalesa tidies up, and now, once again, it's Delonopoulos. Gets a nudge from behind. No foul, says referee Klungwani. We did speak about the potential of this encounter become a rather physical one during the course of the second half. That hasn't transpired just yet, but we're only in the 5th minute of the second period. This is Mutise. Amakwena. Nice little overlap there. Masena Miller's got lots of space available to him, but tracking back is Asiva Langwe. That's fabulous stuff done by the winger.
Well, the reason could be that Victor took your advice and spoke to both teams at halftime, Kevin, and maybe that's the reason that we're seeing not so many fouls. But the next 10 minutes is going to be crucial for both teams, and either Wits or Sundowns can use this 10 minutes to capitalize.
Assistant referee signals for a goal kick. Certainly a lot of concentration, a lot of focus out there at the moment, and while Bidve seem to be having a lot more of possession, it's Mamelodi Sundowns who still find themselves inside the half of the visiting side from Johannesburg. About 50, 60 kilometers south down the N1 highway. Little flick on came from Kronko Kekana. Now Vilakazi with his first real shot in anger in the entire match.
Not a bad attempt, just a little bit over the top, but a good attempt.
Well, certainly seem to be in a positive frame of mind tonight, the Mamelodi Sundowns supporters. You know how things can turn around. Just ask a certain former Barcelona coach, Mr. Stoichkov, who did duty here, but didn't stay in his position very long. Langwe again, trying to force the issue. Daniels has got him covered. Now away by Masena Mela once again. Nice turn from Masalesa, gets around Teko Modise. Mabizela, that's not a bad ball at all, and just a little hand on the shoulder from Clayton Daniels. That's probably one of the better moves we've seen from Bidve Wits this evening so far. Immediately, the pressure comes down to the other end. This is Mokoena. Still Mokoena. Mutise. Kekana. Now space for Palembe. Fans starting to rise to their feet in front of goal. Flicked away by Gumede. D'Oliveira loses out to Palembe. The pace of the match starts to get into a different groove. 7 minutes into the second half. And that's a foul by Pungwayo on Kekana.
Well, it seems that Kekana has been probing, and there Pungwani, had to stop him, and no intention or no contact on the ball. The assistant was right on the spot and pointed to the free kick wide on the right-hand side.
Teko Modise. Falling to the back post, another great save of Daniels by Emile Baron. The pressure's not over yet. Palembe might have been a bit more selfish and gone for goal right there, but Emile Baron with an outrageous save of the centre-back Clayton Daniels. Great free kick from Teko Modise. Bidve Wits survive a very, very scary moment.
Well, here we see Teko flighting the ball. Excellent header from Daniels. Had a lot of power and direction. A little bit unfortunate, the reflex save there from Baron. Gets up quickly, and the ball is cleared.
Well, no doubt that both goalkeepers are covering themselves in glory. Otherwise, we could have been very close to the 5-goal thriller that we had just 6 months ago at the Bidve Stadium. Are the two sides going to be able to sustain this momentum for Rook? It's pretty entertaining stuff.
Well, it's entertaining for us to see the goal attempts, but we wouldn't want to see a goalkeeper winning man of the match this evening. I hope it's somebody who scores. One goal won't be enough.
So far, it's a toss-up between Sandilands and Perron at the moment. Goal attempt so far, pretty much even. 11 so far have been perpetrated, and when you've got 11 shots and 7 of them on target, that's pretty good quality. Apolis, Vilakazi. Once again, we're starting to get into the situation where Bidve Spitz are playing inside the half of Mamelodi Sundowns, who seem quite happy to sit back and defend. Bushekwi away by Spencer. Now Kekana, Pelembe. Pelembe takes on Gumede. Kekana, Bushekwi. Kekana! Well, it was a great opportunity 10 minutes into the second half. He slapped it wide. Neskins looks unimpressed. I certainly can't take anything for granted. Bidvest Wits. Mamelodi Sundowns have had plenty of opportunity to improve on their one-goal lead at the moment. But so Bidvest Wits had opportunities. Masalesa gets in the way once again. For a young man of only 19 years old, certainly fighting above his weight category, that's for sure. That's Klombo Kekana. Just missed an opportunity a few seconds ago. It's a really dismal ball as well. So Asiva Langwe, Vilakazi, Mount Oliveira. Oliveira might go for goal directly. It's a great goal! Comes back off the crossbar. Great shot. Do beg your pardon.
Well, I think, Kevin, it was such a great shot that I don't blame you for saying great goal. It looked like it was goal written all over it. There we see De Oliveira. What a wicked shot that was. It was dipping all the way, and it had Sunderland's beaten. As you can see, the ball dips, and he was a little bit unfortunate. It could have hit the under post and gone in. But I must say, De Oliveira is a player that when he sees the slightest opportunity, he takes it in. A little unfortunate there not to have scored.
Well, Coach Roger saw him in a chat with Gabriel Sokopo. He's a man who makes his opinions known on the field, off the field. Perhaps suggesting there might have been a yellow card for the challenge on David Oliveira. What an outstanding shot that was. At the beating of Wayne Sandilands. All ends up for the first time in the evening, but the woodwork had it back into play. Salesa again, cut out by Kekana. Now, Teko Modise, but they're starting from so deep, inside of their own half. Mokoena back to Modise.
What a great move, but there again we see Modise fluffing an opportunity to at least hit the target. We expect more from a player of his caliber, as we saw De Oliveira there early on, striking the ball cleanly, and I'm sure Modise will be totally disappointed with that effort.
All the hard work was done between himself and Lebakang Mokoena, who seem to be coming more and more into the game than they were in the first half, without a doubt. Still no substitutions made by Johan Nieskins. Just the one for Bidvest Wits. There's no doubt that substitutions will come the longer we go into this encounter.
Well, he's got the likes of Mpela, who could be an option for him. I mean, coming in, he's got Lafort, who could add a little bit of width and, you know, a little bit of penetration down the middle, so who knows?
Ball headed away by Derek Spencer. This is Kumede. And again, they gain the direct route. Clearance from Daniels. Still the pressure from Asiva Langwe. This is Delon Apulis. It's just overcooked it a little. It's a good challenge from Umanjali.
Well, I believe Niskans is not happy that the ball is being flighted into the box. He wants the midfielders to ensure that they stop that ball played in. Here we see the ball being played in, and again, a wonderful goal by Mushekwe. Great cross from Ngobane.
Well, the first substitution for Mamelodi Sundowns, Katlego Mpela. He's got 10 goals this season, 9 in the ABSA Premiership. Comes on for Nyasha Mushekwe. Striker for striker, fresh pair of legs. Maybe now this will open the game a little more as far as Mamelodi Sundowns are concerned. But I tell you what, Bidve have shown that they are going to be competitive. Sandyland saves above Sifiso Vilakazi. Offside immediately against Mashiro. The partner to Mpela. Katlego Mpela.
Well, I think now Wits will be careful not to push too many players forward. With Mpela's presence, they will be careful not to push too many players forward.
Well, pushing players forward now. Mpela in the thick of the action, but Spencer continues to be impressive at the back. Another opportunity. D'Oliveira running interference in front of Mpela this time. Moriri, cut out by Kumede. A quick throw-in taken by Ngubani. Palemba in space. Bizella back.
That was very intelligent by Ngubani, young player, showed intelligence, a quick throw-in, launched a quick counter-attack from a throw-in, which shows, there we see, very intelligent from the young man, and it could have been an opportunity for them to go 2 goals ahead.
Teko Matise to the back post. Nobody there for Mamelodi Sundowns. Chases on for Vilakazi, but he's all on his own at the moment. Support eventually will come. That's from Mabizela. That's a little bit of a surprise to me, because the captain and centre-back suddenly appearing in the middle of the park. Everybody else seemed a little lackluster to get to halfway. Patrick Bungwayo, not able to find a Apulis. Well read by Ngubani. Suddenly the pace of the match and the intensity from Mamelodi Sundowns has upped the ante in the second half. Elias Palembe can't get past Mabizela. Now Masenamela. Mokoena. Masenamela gets past Kumede.
Good attacking plays, just that final pass into the box that's eluding them. If they can get that one, they could get that second goal, and I think it's crucial that they do, because we see Wits knocking on the door.
Mamelodi Sundowns really starting to show their pedigree more and more in the second half of this encounter. This is Daniels. And we've seen various periods during the course of the match where one side will retreat back over the halfway line, allowing the other to attack momentarily, and then the reverse happens. Not even 20 minutes into the second half yet. Still Sundowns leading by that 11th minute goal from Mushekwe. Success, one would feel, from both of these camps so crucial tonight. Mamelodi Sundowns to go 6 points clear at the top of the table, and Bidve Wits to creep over Bloemfontein Celtic into 8th position. Points always so critical during the second half of the season as well. And a result coming through from this afternoon, SuperSport United losing against Black Leopards, which is an interesting one. Leopards, of course, with the home game, and now Leopards find themselves in 15th place. Jomo Cosmos at the bottom of the table. They still have a match against Amazulu to come this week. Away from home, that'll be an interesting one for Jomo, whose team showed some character to come from behind against African Warriors in cup action a week ago, or 10 days ago. Dondo scored an absolute ripper in that game as well, and Hlapo with the winner. Punkwayo now.
Well, Kevin, that's going to put the cat amongst the pigeons.
Well, Anthony Lafort, who came to Mamelodi Sundowns wearing the number 24 jersey, but he wasn't allowed to wear it because Franklin Kale wore that, and jersey numbers registered to a player for the season. But he's on now. It's Anthony Lafort for Elias Palembe.
Well, I think we did say there was a possibility Mpela and Lafort coming on. Let's hope they live up to the expectations, because we know Lafort's quality. He hasn't yet lived up to expectations, but this is his opportunity. I think he's played now, what, his 3rd or 4th game?
This is his 4th game since leaving SuperSport United. Long way forward, a bit of a foot up from Bidve Wits, spotted by the referee. Sibusiso Vilakazi looking for an explanation from Mr. Victor Klumkwani.
Well, he shouldn't be. That was a foot that was mighty high. And yes, that's dangerous play. The referee had an excellent game thus far.
Chase away from Surprise Marini. That's a delightful ball. Lafort gets his first touch. The lanky Liberian, it's a good effort too. Tries to loop it over the head of Emile Baron to the back post. This is Apulis. Punkwayo. Mamelodi Sundowns quickly making 2 changes, bringing on Katlego Mpela and Anthony Lafort. One a striker, one a winger, for exactly those 2 type of players that made way. Moshekwi and Palembe. Sivalangwe, away by Masenamela. Well, Mokoena all over the back of his opponent. Free kick for Bidve Wits, and this is just in the range, in my opinion, of David Oliveira.
Yeah, no, these are situations where Wits can capitalize on, and it would be a good tip for Sundowns not to give away free kicks in this area.
And it is, in fact, the man who's had the best opportunity for Bidve Wits. Ball that came back off the Mamelodi Sundowns crossbar. So it will be left to the 25-year-old Brazilian. Little chip and headed away by Klompo Kekana. Gets a second bite at the cherry under pressure from Mutise. Daniels heads away. Now Mabizela is put into the path of Mpela. He started offside.
Yeah, we see here the ball is clearly offside. He's not looking down the line, and he's in an offside position when the ball was played. It's always good, Kevin, for a striker to look at the linesman instead of looking at players, because the linesman will always be in line with the last man.
Teko Matisse, much better effort than we saw in the first half. Mokoena follows up, but Baron saves at the second attempt.
Well, here we see Teko taking a shot. Not much venom on him, more like a back pass. It came, it wobbled a bit because it took a bounce. But we know Teko can strike them very well. has had a bad day at the office today. Not one of his best games tonight.
He's got 5 goals for Mamelodi Sundowns this season so far. Scored against Morocco Swallows, of course, in the previous Absa Premiership encounter. Still plenty of time remaining at Loftus Versfeld for either one of these two sides to grab the game by the scruff of the neck. If that doesn't happen, Mamelodi Sundowns will be all too grateful to pick up 3 points from a very workmanlike and industrious Bidvest Wits tonight.
Well, it seems like Langwe has had the making of Masena Mela. Masena Mela hasn't really attacked much this evening. He's been kept at bay. Normally we see him flying down that left side, but Langwe has kept him busy and he's won everything this evening. So Masena Mela has really not done what he's normally capable of, which is get down the wing and get those crosses in.
Sibusiso Vilakazi doing a good job to avoid the right boot of Klompo Kakana. 20 minutes remaining at Loftus Versfeld. Sundowns 1, Wits 0. Ngubani, time wasting, yellow card. Well, a coach coming to the assistant of his player. Don't often see that, but he's a disciplinarian. He wants no back chat, no nonsense, no time wasting, no nothing.
Well, he's being sarcastic because he feels there wasn't much time wasting. He's angry and he's saying, okay, you want to book him, here's his number. He's not happy with that decision.
Mabizela clears from the throw-in. And Mamelodi Sundowns going 20 yards down the near side touchline in the process.
But I can understand, Kevin, there wasn't much time wasting there. And to give him a yellow card for that was a little bit too much. I mean, there's still quite a bit of time left, so why give a yellow card for something like that? Although I must admit he's had a very good game, with the exception of that one. So I give him 99%.
I'm sure he'll forgive you for the 1% that you've deducted. Vilakazi with a flick on. Apollos. Vilakazi. Sibusiso Vilakazi. Sandylands to the rescue once again. Oh, it's cleared off the line by Masena Mela. Both Vilakazis with a chance. One saved by the keeper. Goes back to the other Vilakazi, Sifiso. Cleared off the line by Masena Mela. Unbelievable.
Here we see a brilliant ball played through. Good turn there. Excellent save again from Sunderland's and Masena Mela clearing off the line.
Daniels clears wide to Apollos. Still Apollos, much more of a left-footed player. D'Oliveira. Brian Spider-Man Baloy in the bow tie and the blue shirt. Former goalkeeper of Kaizer Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns, of course, played for South Africa. Fantastic guy as well. I believe he's in a marketing managerial role up here at Mamelodi Sundowns these days. Spider-Man Baloy, lots of fans, I'm sure he has.
I had a chat with him when I got in earlier on. You know, he was with us at Chiefs. What a gentleman. He can offer the game so much, and he's doing so at Mamelodi Sundowns.
Well, Katleko Mpela has been on for a little while in the place of Anyasha Mushekwi. Different styles of players, though. Mushekwi's a big, bustling guy, barrels his way into the penalty area, can hold up and knock balls down to opponents or to teammates, I do beg your pardon, and takes opportunities. Mpela's much more of a taller, slighter player, uses speed and guile, and he's got a venomous boot. And you can see that courtesy of all the goals that he's come up with, not 9 of them in the Absa Premiership.
Well, I think, you know, it's important when you bring in a player like Mpela that you consider those runs he'll make rather than play the ball up to him. We also said earlier on, Kevin, that if Sundowns are not careful, they may end up drawing this game because they're not scoring that important second cushion goal, And it just takes 1 minute of a lapse of concentration, and Wits could be back in this game.
Anthony Lafore, forward by Daniels. Just seemed to lose their way for a moment, and maybe Anthony Lafore, who plays for the third time off the bench for Mamelodi Sundowns since joining them. He's only played once in the starting lineup, and maybe he's yet to really fit into the pattern of the side. But he's a very, very talented player. One wonders if he's not going to become frustrated the longer that he doesn't make the starting lineup. Now involves a little bit of pace, trying to get behind Pungwayo. And the diminutive left back stands his ground. Pungwayo looking for options. Sibusiso Vilakazi cut out by Daniels. Well, Lafore went a little early, and Modise also held on to the ball a little too long. Now Modise falling over the back of an opponent, looking for the free kick from the referee. Suddenly Mamelodi Sundowns involved in some funny gamesmanship out in the middle of the park, trying to get the referee to give them set pieces that aren't really for the taking.
Well, you can't do that to Victor. He's a very wise referee.
Mokoena offside against Mpela. More frustration for the supporters at Loftus Versfeld.
We spoke about that offside, and I think that is something the coach needs to work with. I can remember when I was at Chiefs, Mushin used to always tell players, look at the linesman, don't follow the player, because he can move out very easily and leave you in an offside position. And maybe that is something that the Sundowns players need to take heed of.
D'Oliveira headed away by Siyabongo Ngubane. Now it's Mokoena. Still Mokoena. Tidied up by Derek Spencer without too much of a flurry. Again, it's Daniels, who's been very solid for Mamelodi Sundowns tonight. Picked up by Apollos. This is Asiba Langwe. We're inside the final quarter of an hour at Loftus Versfeld Stadium in Pretoria. Vilakazi knocked over by Method and Wanchali. Needs to be careful, he's on a yellow.
Well, you know, you can see there again, that was a shoulder-to-shoulder charge, and it was not a foul. And the referee was quite close to see that. And
well, not great a surprise for me that Teko Modise is making way for Themba Zwane. He hasn't had the best of matches, maybe a little better in the second half than during the first. But it hasn't been his day, Teko Modise. And he leaves the field of play with 13 minutes remaining, getting a little bit of a hurry-up from Victor Klungwane, because he's mucking about, greeting everybody. Just now he'll run down to Sandylands and wish him well for the remainder of the game as well. I've seen players pick up yellows for that sort of thing.
Well, I think Teko's reputation kept him on for the second half more than anything else.
So Themba Zwane comes on, will slot straight into the midfield of Mamelodi Sundowns, the attacking midfield that is. Lafore. Forward by Ngubane. Mpela. I'll tell you what, Mamelodi Sundowns at the moment can be very thankful for the Mushekwi goal that came early on in the match. Here's Vilakazi looking for a corner, gets it off Wanchali. Five corners to 2 is the count for Bidvest Wits. Really be looking to try and press hard for a goal now. Langwe finds Wayne Sandylands. He continues to be the difference between the two sides at the moment, arguably. Lafore. Now Zwane. Kakana. And a mistake here by Wanchali. Luckily Sandylands was awake to the possibilities from Bidvest Wits. It almost looked like a handball from Surprise Mariri. The referee was on the other side of him. Mabizela caught by Mpela in more ways than one.
There we see, pulls it back, and Pella bumps him over, and foul is awarded.
Monjali has taken over the captain's armband from Teko Modise in the meantime. Mamelodi Sundowns making all three of their changes, while Bidve has only made one. This is a Paulus. This is a real test of the character of the former league champions and ABSA Premiership league leaders at the moment. This is Mohamed Patel, who's coming on for Sifiso Vilakazi. Now, Patel came on against Morocco Swallows on Friday night for just about a minute of play. He's on for a lot longer than that this evening. In fact, 11 minutes plus stoppage time. And he's a pretty tall man. He's only 17 years old. What an opportunity.
Well, I think, the coach has shown confidence in him. Roger has shown confidence in him. And there's something that he sees in this young man. And hopefully we will be in a position to see that. And there you see him going down, being fouled, quick off the ball. For a tall boy, he's got good feet, and he still has a baby face. There we see him going down very easily.
Well, he wins the free kick for Bidve. And again, it will be David Oliveira to take the free kick. In fact, Asiva Langwe goes across to see if he can wrap his left foot around it. Patel inside the penalty area. Mabizela's there as well, so is Masalesa, and there's a bit of pushing and shoving going on, but the referee's busy with the wall at the moment, so he's not just seeing all this shoving and pushing.
There was some heading from Monjali as well.
Oliveira into the area, over the top from Sifiso Vilakazi. The clock's ticking down in the final 10 minutes of regulation time at Loftus Versfeld. Still Mamelodi Sundowns leading by the Mushekwi goal. Came an awfully long time ago, but it was so perfectly orchestrated from the right-hand side with Ngubani finding the Zimbabwean. Bidve pushing hard in the second half with a 12% advantage possession.
This is going to be a hard-fought victory for Sundowns if they can keep that score or score the second one. Wits has really given them a run for their money.
Space here for Sifiso Vilakazi. Away by Anthony Lafort. Now Zwane. Temba Zwane prepared to run at his opponents. Finds Anthony Lafort. First time ball. Disappointing 1-2. Patrick Pungwayo, back to Emile Baron. Mohamed Patel looking for some space, but he's been tracked all over the place by Clayton Daniels at the moment. And I tell you what, Daniels has had such a fabulous game today that Patel is in for a really torrid time over the remainder of the encounter.
A baptism of fire, Kevin.
Absolutely, but the sort of thing that I'm sure that Roger de Sá had in mind when he was sent onto the pitch. And now there's a bit of retaliation here. There's a problem with D'Oliveira, who picks up a yellow card from Mr. Klungwani.
Well, he got a yellow, but Kekana should have got a yellow too for retaliation because he went for him. And there they shake hands. It's all over with. Good sportsmanship, Mr. Kekana.
Yeah, absolutely. Just bury it and let's go. Mamelodi Sundowns still looking for that vital second goal to make absolutely sure of the 3 points. Lafort into the area. Easily knocked away by Sibaniso Gomede. Flick clear by Vilakazi. Now Patel. Denied by Wanjali. So the final substitution of the match about to take place as the Mamelodi Sundowns supporters continue to be in a good voice. It's going to be Bongoleto Jahiya, the 21-year-old winger, who's going to come on, and he's on for David Oliveira. Now, David Oliveira picked up an injury earlier on during the second half. He also picked up a yellow card, and Roger de Sa's not willing to sacrifice him. So that's all the three changes made by both Roger de Sa and by Johan Niskins, but Jahiya can play with such a lot of pace, such a lot of force down there, particularly the right-hand side. Apolas, Punkwayo, opportunity here, but no, Sandy Lancy's there first, once again. Now there is space here for Mokoena, looking for Mpela. Mabizela has him covered, and again frustration for the home supporters, sensing that just the timing of the run or the pass not to their liking at Loftus Versfeld.
Well, I think they're upset about the fact that Mokoena could have done better, got it onto his weaker foot, and a very, very poor cross.
Pella once again, this time deciding, one feels to go on his own. No, he decides to find Mokoena. It's not a bad ball, Mokoena into the middle, Lafar! They're creating opportunities, and there's 5 minutes remaining in regulation time. That's successive chances for Mamelodi Sundowns. Patel. Ball across to Sibasiso Vilakazi. Mamelodi Sundowns starting to play a little bit more flair, a little bit more forcefulness, and does appear as if they might be able to hold on and win by a goal to nil. There was a one-goal margin the last time these two teams met 6 months ago. Could be a one-goal margin here tonight as well, which will give Mamelodi Sundowns a 6-point cushion at the top of the table. And it's up to the chasing pack to really try and make it count. Chiefs, Pirates, Supersport, Ajax, Morocco Swallows, Free State Stars, Celtic are the top 8 at the moment. Of course, the battle continues at the bottom of the table, with Leopards having gone over Jomo Cosmos with their fabulous win. Mongeze Bobe, apparently the captain of the side and right winger, the scorer for Leopards earlier today. Gavin Hunt will be absolutely furious, no doubt. Well, absolutely fabulous scenes at Loftus Versfeld. One of the Facebook fans that I interact with, Javisha Chaba, celebrates a birthday today, and well, he'll be mighty pleased, one fancies. And his side are leading by 1-0. Just as Bevan Kemp was on Friday night when Wits beat Swallows by 1-0. Bevan Kemp, if you haven't heard or didn't know, is one of our expert graphics proponents. He had a birthday on Friday when Bidvest Wits won, so looks like birthdays are matching with victories here in football in South Africa at the moment. This is Gumede. Bidvest Wits are really going to have to commit themselves, and of course the more they commit players forward, the more they expose themselves to a counter from Mamelodi Sundowns. It's a tough position to be in, but Wits don't have any options here. This is the 62nd meeting between the two sides in all competitions since 1985, and Mamelodi Sundowns have won 36 of them. It looks like it could be 37 tonight. Here's Swanee. Offside against the substitute. I beg your pardon, handball.
Kevin, are you saying that Wits don't have any supporters with birthdays tonight? Is it because they have so few for supporters?
No, they had their birthday on Friday night and they took advantage of it.
Okay, they can't have it twice in a row.
Sure, they'd love to. This is Mabizela. Well, maybe that is the problem, as our producer points out. Maybe the students are writing exams, which is probably more important than sitting watching football.
That could be a possibility.
Free kick here for the students, and where's David Oliveira? Well, he's been taken off, so who will take the free kick?
There we see. It goes down quite easily, not much contact from Daniels, but he convinced the ref that it was a foul. Very intelligent simulation there, and he's got a free kick that can turn this game on his head.
So, inside the final minutes of regulation time at Loftus Versfeld. No signal yet of how much time has been added on. Chance here for Mohammed Patel. He's standing inside of the penalty area. This looks like Daylon Apollos, in fact, who's going to take the set piece. Oh, he runs over the ball. Vilakazi, good save, tucked away! Equaliser! Patel gets his first goal for Bidve Wits. He's 17 years old. He's grabbed a point at Loftus. Unbelievable. Look at the smiles from Tinkler.
Well, we did say earlier on that if Sundowns are not careful, they could share the points. And maybe I should have played a lotto. Here we see free kick taken. Sunderland's, who had a brilliant game up to that point, played it back into Patel's part. And Patel, as young as he is, was cool and calm and scored a brilliant goal there. Kept it down, kept it on target. What a debut for this young man.
Well, that's a absolutely fabulous celebration from the man who came on as a substitute for Sifiso Vilakazi. And look at the joy from Emile Baron. Derek Spencer picks up a yellow card. Not sure what that was for, maybe over-enthusiastic celebrations or something of the like, but Victor Glungwani brings out the yellow card. It's 1-1 in stoppage time at Loftus Versfeld. Patel, just 17 years old, grabs the equaliser. Wow, it's going to be a feel-good for him for a little while. 3 minutes were added on, by the way. We only got 2 minutes remaining.
Well, I think for the young man, it's really a dream come true. You know, normally we will see a Patel scoring with the bat.
Well, there is your dictionary with disappointment.
Disappointment, yes, I thought as much, and he's totally disappointed.
So, well done to the cameraman. They managed to grab that piece of footage. That's absolutely brilliant. There's a late corner here for Mamelodi Sundowns. Mokoena, 1 minute remaining at Loftus. To the back post, flicked away by Mabizela. Incidentally, Mamelodi Sundowns' league campaign doesn't get any easier because they play against Ajax away from home over the weekend. Mokoena into the area, goal!
Well, it looks like
offside.
The linesman has his flag up there. He's got a smile on his face there. And I'd like to see whether that was offside.
Well, it's drama at both ends of the park. Let's have a look at this again.
Here we see the ball going clear. Yes, he's definitely offside. There we can see he is ahead of the last defender. And yes, definitely offside.
Yeah, it wasn't even close, really, at the end of the day. And unfortunately, Mpela clatters into the exposed lower midriff area of the Bidve Wits goalkeeper, who's well, having a bit of a problem.
Well, you know, after that, they sort of watering the injury, and he seems to be getting up. That must be magic water.
Well, we are in the 4th minute of the second half stoppage time. Mamelodi Sundowns 1, Bidve Wits 1. It'll be a bitter pill to swallow. What's Puerta doing there amongst the Mamelodi Sundowns supporters? Well, he's all over the place. That man must have plenty of Voyager miles.
possibly his own private jet.
Final whistle from Victor Klungwani will signal a fantastic fight from behind for visiting Bidvest Wits. They were beaten at home by Sundowns in round 4, and Patel, the man in your picture, 17-year-old striker, grabs the equaliser off a rebound from Sifiso Vilakazi. Sandy Lands, who had a fabulous game up to there, wasn't able to hold on, knocked it away. Patel, with a first-time shot into the back of the net, rescues a point for Bidvest Wits. So the rest of the league will breathe a sigh of relief, as Chiefs, Pirates and SuperSport United will know that the lead for Sundowns will only be 4 points instead of 6. Bidvest Wits will move up to 26 points, level with Bloemfontein Celtic, but separated by goal difference. So Mamelodi Sundowns and Bidvest Wits today. It started with a Moshekwi goal and ended with one from Patel. The scores are even at 1-1 at the end of the day. The shares have been spoiled at Loftus Versfeld. Well, the goals came in both ends of the stadium here at Loftus Versfeld. Ngubani to Moshekwi. He made no mistake 11 minutes in for his 7th ABSA Premiership goal of the season. The fight back came very, very late indeed for Patel. A free kick from Vilakazi. The strike from Patel.
Sundowns fans are singing Senzeni. Now, how did we lose it at the death? Man, really hard.